Paloma here from betterMEnt, Better Me Natural Transformations. Today I'm going to share with you my prime directive. So my prime directive, my whole life, has been protect the children. Sometimes people might mistake the word protect for control. But is that really what it means? What does it mean to protect ourselves, to protect children, to protect anything or anyone? We're going to look at that today. According to Merriam-Webster, to protect means to cover or shield from exposure, injury, damage, or destruction. So exposure in this sense is not exposure to new ideas or cultures or people. It's not contact. It's not the gift of knowledge or information. That's not the kind of exposure that this means. This exposure is the condition of being unprotected, uncovered, unshielded from things like severe weather. If it is 40 below zero and you go outside without a coat, you are exposed to the elements. If it's 50 degrees Celsius in the desert and you go out under the sun, you are exposed to the elements. You are unprotected. So what do we need to protect ourselves? What do we need to protect children from? There are obvious things, right? We need to protect them. We need to protect ourselves from being taken advantage of, from predators of any kind, from injury, damage, emotionally, physically. But what does that look like? Sometimes it looks like the person we see in the mirror. Not the most pleasant thing to hear, but it's reality. Sometimes what we need to protect ourselves or the children around us from is from what we have brought forward with us from the past. Sometimes protecting them, protecting ourselves, means that we have to let go of the patterns from the past. And we need to find new patterns. We need to learn new things. That's much easier said than done, but it is so critically important. For example, I always tell children, pay attention to where you're going, not where you've been. That doesn't mean there isn't value in learning about the past. There absolutely is. But this is what I say to them when we are, for example, going up or down the stairs. Pay attention to where you're going and not where you've been. The time to examine the past is not while you are actively trying to create something for the future. It's before. Based on that, then, to protect is not to control. It doesn't mean that we say to ourselves or to the children in our lives, we dictate every single minute, every single thing. It means that we take the time to look at possible dangers, even when the danger is what we see in the mirror. And we take the time to find a way to do it differently. Maybe we hold their hand when we're crossing the street. Maybe we change our passwords regularly. Maybe we lock our doors because it gives us that extra level of protection. We can't always be 100% protected from everything. We can't 100% protect everyone around us from everything. And that is one of life's most painful lessons. But what we can do is learn to be brutally honest. That's the first step to protection, is being really, really honest about the reality of the situation around us and analyzing it with open eyes. Because sometimes, as I said, we need to protect ourselves, protect those around us from the person in the mirror. Sometimes the things that we learned in the past are still here, even though they don't serve us, even though they hurt us, even though we don't like them, they still show up. Are we open to seeing those things and to finding a way to rewrite the program? That is what betterment is all about. That's why we're here. When I was growing up, there was a lot of abuse and addiction, a lot of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, PTSD, blah, blah, blah. These are things that so many people have experienced. But how many people have really overcome them? There's a difference between surviving and thriving. For a long, long time, I barely survived. I didn't really want to do it. I just didn't seem to be successful at dying. So I survived because what else are you going to do? It took me a very long time to learn that there was a difference between surviving and thriving, living. Surviving is just not dying. Thriving is really enjoying life, creating the life that you want. Those are different. And if we're going to cover or shield, protect ourselves from injury, damage, destruction, doesn't that mean we have to learn to thrive? Because isn't surviving compared to thriving, isn't it damaging? It's not enough. If it was someone else, if it wasn't you, it was a child sitting across from you, the person that you love the most in all the world, whomever that might be, if that person was sitting across from you and all they were doing was having the bare minimum to live, would that be enough for you? It isn't for me. That's not protecting them. It's not protecting them enough. Helping them to thrive, to enjoy life, to be full of love and joy and happiness, that is protecting someone. That's protecting yourself. That's protecting the children. Is striving for that, not just survival. I'm not a master of it. I'm still learning. I will always still be learning. But I've learned a lot so far. And most of it the painful way. And because my prime directive is to protect the children, that's why I do these videos. Because what you learn, if you learn just the tiniest something from my experiences, from the things I learned the hard way, and you put that into use and it makes something better for you, it makes something better for your children, for the children in your lives, whether they're your children or not. And that's the point. That's what I want to achieve. So how can you protect yourself and protect those around you today? Maybe there won't be any huge dramatic threat. Maybe it will be something simple, like turning off the devices 5 minutes early to have a pause together, to take time for yourself, to create tomorrow in your mind before you go to sleep. Maybe it's something simple and small, like choosing to drink an extra glass of water Maybe it's something big. And maybe there's an action that you need to take that's very difficult. But it's something that you need to do in order to protect yourself from a much bigger threat than if you don't have an extra glass of water. To protect your children. Whatever it is that you feel you can do, go do it right away. Don't wait. Schedule it, do it, carry it out. But take the time, value yourself enough to protect yourself, to cover, to shield yourself from the injury, the damage that's caused by not allowing yourself to live with complete love, not striving for joy and happiness and excitement and fun. Go for those things in life. Just today. And let me know in the comments how it goes. Tell me what your big brave thing was that you did. Even if it seems little to you, you think, oh, it's stupid. No one's going to think it's important. If it protected you, protected the child inside of you, in your heart, if it protected the children in your life, it was a big thing. And it was a wonderful thing. And it was worth it. So tell me about it in the comments below. Sorry, I get very emotional about this topic. I look forward to hearing about it, to reading about all of your exciting things and moments. Whatever it is that you did to protect yourself from just surviving and to upgrade to thriving. It's definitely worth it. I look forward to hearing about it and to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.